Alrighty, this is JD and we are here today with Gary. We got 5 laps here in the Ferrari 488. Is that all correct?
Sir.
You got it. A couple things here as I mentioned before we roll out. For starters, the mirrors are set for me, so I'll watch what's happening around us, keep you updated.
Okay.
With that in mind, just focusing on the driving, just try and keep your vision up. Again, your eyes guide you, so looking where you want to go, and I'll help by giving some visual cues just to help you anticipate and stay ahead of the vehicle. If we approach any other cars while we're on track, just wait for the 4-way flashers to come on.
Okay.
And once we're given those hazard lights, then we can pass and I'll point you by and let you know where to go by. But it's fairly slower in the afternoons. Shouldn't worry about too many cars out there. Other than that, very well balanced car. Has a lot of grip. It's a very smooth driving car, but it's still quite responsive. Turns in very quickly, fairly light throttle, so very progressive on those applications. But as I mentioned, the brake is quite soft, so you're going to want to be quite firm on that brake pressure. Very hard, very firm initially to get the car slowed down, and then as you start turning in, just very gently releasing your brake pressure. And that'll just rebalance the weight throughout the car, and it'll make for a smooth turn in.
Okay.
The paddle shifters here, they do not move. They're quite large though, pretty easy to grab a hold of. Right is up, left is down. We're mainly going to utilize 4th, 5th, and 6th, and I'll let you know exactly when to shift while we're out there, all right?
Okay.
Ready to rock?
Yes, sir.
Cool. Go ahead, press down on your brake and click the right pedal towards you once for first. And then we're going to roll straight out and then out to the left here when you're all set and ready. And then just crank that wheel left when we head out. And we're going to stop next to the blue cones. Pull right up alongside. Track is clear. Whenever you're all set, we'll roll straight on out. Good. Upshift. Upshift once more. We're just going to gradually follow this out to the left, and we're going to cut straight through. And then this will lead us onto our main straightaway, so we'll be following it around to the right. And then we're going to head down the main straight here, and as quickly as you would like down the main straight. Here in the braking zone, first lap, just getting feel for them, a bit of brake, but nice and firm. And then we're going to turn in down towards the bottom of the racetrack here to apex. You want to look back up and then squeezing on throttle, unwinding back out to the left-hand side. We're going to brake straight and downshift once, and then we'll start to release off those brakes towards your apex. About half throttle through here. It's a little blind, so just crest over the rise, straight up and over. You can maintain a little bit of throttle with speed towards your apex, and then gradually squeeze back on it and work your way back left. Pretty long right, so just carry your entry speed over towards your apex, and then gradually squeeze back on throttle here and working your way back over to the right hand side. As you turn in, we'll go about half throttle straight through. Just want to be wide on entry, and then we'll turn in tighty towards the apex. And then you can squeeze on throttle down the main straightaway here as quickly as you would like that. Upshift. Very good. We'll start to get on those brakes pretty firm. Perfect. And now ease off brakes towards your apex, bottom of the racetrack. Look back up to the end of the short straightaway and then squeeze back on throttle. Very good. We'll brake and then downshift. Ease off those brakes as you're rotating in towards your apex. Good. Go about half throttle. Back over to the right over the crest. Little bit of throttle to maintain your speed towards your apex, and then you can squeeze back on throttle here. Good, a little more if you want. Very well, and then just come off those brakes. You can keep your entry speed. Just want to look up through the corner and then squeeze back on throttle and work your way back right. Very good. We're going to turn in and go half throttle through. Nice and wide on entry, and then turn in tight towards your apex. Want to look up to the end of the main straight, and then roll back on throttle here. Good. You can stay on throttle. Now a bit of brake straight, perfect. Focus on that apex, come off those brakes down to it, and then you can start to roll back on throttle, squeeze back into it here. All good. Brake firm, and then downshift. Very good. Very nice so far. Looking smooth. Keep it up. Just try and keep those eyes up through the corners. Looking well. Roll through to apex, and then you can roll back on throttle. Squeeze back on it. Good. We're going to stay wide. You can carry your entry speed. Just a little bit of maintenance throttle up to your apex. And then squeeze back on throttle here. All good. Back right. About half throttle straight through. And we're going to let the drift car go by. So stay inside with a bit of brake. A little more brake here so that they can clear us. And you're all set. Go ahead and get back on it. Harder brake, start rotating in, come off those brakes now, all good, apex, and then squeeze back on it. Very good. Upshift, brake hard, down to gear, and start rotating in, come off those brakes. About half throttle through here, a little more. Good. A little bit of throttle here towards your apex. And then squeeze back into it. All good. Roll on throttle here. Focusing on that apex, getting the car turned in towards it, and then you can squeeze back on throttle. All good. Looking well. Pick up a bit of throttle through, about half. Maintain your speed over towards your apex. Just kind of let it roll through. And then you can squeeze back on throttle down the main straightaway here. Very good. Good. Start to come off those brakes. Let it roll. You're good. Plenty of entry speed. All good. Plenty of grip. Go ahead and get back on throttle. Good. Stay on it. And starting to brake. Pretty wicked car, right? About half throttle through here. A little more power. That was 5 laps, so we're going to duck back in pit lane here. We're going to aim for the blue cones just on the outside of the corner here, straight in. And voila, we'll follow this pit lane entry. Tight left. Foam block.
Easy then.
You had a good time? You got it.
Thank you.
We're going all the way up front. Yeah, the Ferrari definitely does not disappoint. This row, and then we'll go all the way down to where we pulled out of. Number 3 there, just in between the two 488s. Very good, and if you could pull back both paddles at the same time for neutral. Perfect, and then you can come off those brakes. It's just going to stay right on the stop that it's resting on, and
okay.
I'll have you leave everything running, so no worries there.
Alrighty.
Are we just driving the one car?
Yep, that's all for me.
You got it, and I know Monica did the drift ride along.
I think that was her doing
You
the
get to
drift.
do that too, or?
No, I don't think so.
Alright, no worries, no worries. Just double checking so I know which direction to point you, but I'll get you back your video here. All of your info is on that video, and we'll definitely let you know where to head on next, alrighty?
Good. Is it still recording?
It is. Yeah, I'll shut it off now.